What's up, everybody? Thank you for checking out this channel. I'm Jordan with Sorvis Media, and as you can see by what's on the table today, we're going to be talking about the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K, the BMPCC4K. Whatever, I'm just going to call it the Blackmagic because that is an absolutely ridiculous name. And one of the things we're going to be talking about today is the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K a good buy in 2019 when you have its bigger brother, the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 6K. So this compared to the 4K, we know that the 6K is a $2,500 price tag. This one's still right now $1,300 new. And yes, you're gonna have to buy a few more things to really get the most you can out of this camera. But honestly, I think it's a great deal, and I'm gonna tell you why. So I've been shooting on Sonys for the last year. I've been shooting on an A7S Mark II, Sony FS5, and I've shot predominantly a lot of weddings, and I've gotten some good footage out of the FS5 and the A7S Mark II, but man, I shot my first wedding with this thing this past weekend, and I'm gonna show you the footage on it today, but it just surpasses. Yes, I did shoot in Blackmagic RAW. I actually shot in a 5:1 compression ratio. I know I'm crazy. I ended up with like 500 gigabytes of video files, but hey, when you want to get the good stuff, you gotta make some compromises. So first, let's talk about what I use with this camera. So, of course, I use the Blackmagic. I got the Smallrig Cage, of course, because you know this thing is like a polycarbonate, carbon fiber, plastic, something. It's everybody says it feels real plasticky in the hand, but actually, when I got it out of the box, it was pretty substantial, especially coming from an A7S Mark II. This thing's a beefy big boy. But I did want to protect it, so I'll drop the link to this cage. This is the full cage. Some people go with the half cage. Honestly, the full cage, it doesn't really take away from the grip here, honestly, in my opinion, and it adds more protection to the camera than the half cage does. A few complaints I do have about the cage is that this thing has no hot shoe mounts whatsoever. And so I'm like, okay, I get a cage, I'll have another hot shoe mount, which is located here. I also opted in for the SSD instead of like a CFast card or a SD card. So I actually don't use this compartment whatsoever. So I went with the Samsung T5, which is pretty much anytime you see any of these videos, people usually do. But anyways, what I was saying about the hot shoe mount is when you get the attachment, which I did the Smallrig attachment here, you actually, let me see if I can show this to you guys. You slide this bad boy in right. Look, now I'm having trouble. Let me unscrew it. Okay. So you slide the SSD right in here. Boom. Right there. And guess what happens? No shoe mount. Nothing. So that's a bit irritating, because I didn't have a shoe mount. So I got some male-to-male 1/4" screws, which is attached here. I don't know if you can see that, but then this is also another, like, it's a 1/4" hot shoe adapter too. I'll drop the links to these as well in the description. But this allowed me to mount my monitor. Yes, it has an amazing screen, but the thing doesn't tilt, doesn't give you kind of viewing angle, so you have to have a monitor. So that's where I can mount that and my monitor, which I'm using right now to monitor this camera, because I don't have a camera operator because I'm all low key over here. This actually right here has a shoe mount if I need to mount a microphone or lav mic receivers, that kind of thing. So anyways, it's a great cage, but you're gonna need to get some more attachments for hot shoe mounts. So next to that is I did use this a little bit with, let me go grab it off the shelf. Magical shelf, where art thou? All right. So I have used it with some Panasonic native lenses here. This is the 12 to 16, but it's a micro four thirds, and it can only do so much. This is what I used with the Blackmagic. So what this is a Sigma 24 millimeter f1.4 25 millimeter Sigma art lens. It's an amazing lens, and you'll see a lot of stuff online about the Sigma 18 to 35. Have not been able to get my hands on one yet, but this right here is an amazing lens. So one thing I wanted to point out in this video, when you guys watch any other videos about this, you see everybody uses pretty much a Metabones SpeedBooster, in which you can see here, I'm using one. But Metabones are $500–600 when you go from a micro four thirds to a EF Canon mount, okay? And this one is not that. This is a micro four thirds to a Nikon mount, okay? I don't have Nikon lenses. I'm not a Nikon user, but Nikon lenses are so much cheaper. Even this one is cheaper online with a Nikon mount versus an EF mount. And I was able to pick this Metabones SpeedBooster up locally for like $100. And it does the same thing. It gives you a declicked aperture control. I don't know if you guys can see that, but right here is a declicked aperture control. And it decreases, it makes my crop factor like 1.25. It's amazing. And you could spend a lot less money by going Nikon and using this thing. So boom, there you go. There's your tip for today. Get a Nikon SpeedBooster. It's an amazing thing. It's awesome. But anyways, let's get it on the camera. So works the same way. Okay, I got this thing here. Go ahead and take this little sensor cap off, move that off to the side. And yeah, it just works the same way. You just will hold on, hold the phone. Okay, here it is. Okay, so you just line these things up, make it sure it's in there, and yeah, bam. Okay, and you just bam like that. This is a nice setup right here. Okay, yeah, this combo here is, honestly, it just produced some of the most amazing quality stuff that I've been shooting in a long time. Right now, I'm gonna actually show you some of the footage that I recorded with this at this last wedding, so check it out. So that looked awesome, right? And I have to say right now, I wouldn't have been able to do this without my sponsor, and today's sponsor is Caligas Photo. Caligas Photo is a local mom and pop camera shop for anything you need photography or videography. And yeah, I know you don't live in Pensacola, so why should you shop there? Well, the cool thing is that Caligas actually ships anywhere in the US and international. All you have to do is go to caligas.com. You can shop new and used gear, lenses, camera bodies, lighting, whatever you need. So make sure you guys go check them out and tell them that Jordan sent you. All right, so back to the Blackmagic. Battery life sucks. It does. I'm not gonna lie, it does. So these things this takes an LPE6 battery, and I got maybe 25 minutes out of each one of these. And after it hits 20%, it's like time to change. So I have 8 batteries. And to be honest with you, from about 2 o'clock in the afternoon till 10 o'clock at night, I was able to make it with all 8 batteries. I just had to keep an eye on my battery life. There was a point when I was filming the ceremony, and you saw some of that footage there just a few minutes ago. I was really worried. I just made it through the full ceremony. The ceremony was like 20 minutes, and I just made it. For right now, I'm probably gonna stick to the LPE6 batteries. And if you're not like on set shooting something, and you're shooting all day, 12 hours, something like that, you'll be fine. Just get some batteries, you know? Is the Blackmagic 4K worth it? Yes, it is. This thing surpasses anything. I mean, $2,000 camera bodies, this shoots better. Get this thing. It's gonna really, like, it's gonna take your, if you don't already have one, it's gonna really step up your game. It's gonna make you look better. Yeah, so I would recommend picking this up in 2019 for sure. It's a great buy. Check out the Metabones SpeedBooster, the Nikon one, guys. It's gonna save you some money, and I know you're gonna thank me for it later. So that's it for today's video. If you guys could do me a solid, hit the subscribe button, smash the bell notification icon, because you'll get notified every time we upload a new video. And then make sure you like this video or dislike it, whatever makes you feel better. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.